I want to go ahead and put up the tear sheet on the screen that we have for Skanda about this so that people can take a look. Yep. The headline here is the supply side damage has begun, the dark side of Fed tightening. You've got a lot of data here. You dig into the housing market in particular, where we had years and years post-recession of underbuilding because there was this fear of investment. You were just starting to get more housing starts, and now that's falling off a cliff again. So I really recommend that people take a look at this. So Skanda, to kind of, wrap it up and put a bow on it, if you were sitting, if you're Fed Chair Jerome Powell, do you think that raising interest rates right now at all is the right policy? Is it the wrong policy? Does it depend on what Congress is doing also? How would you look at this?
Yeah, so I think he's in a tough spot because he's been tasked by Congress to manage inflation and employment, but his tools are pretty oblique, in some ways can actually do some more harm. I think that there's a decent case for some interest rate normalization, adjustment, but especially given how strong the economy has been over the last 12 to 18 months. But at the same time, I would be very clear with Congress about, and I think to be fair, he actually was with Senator Warren's question, which is, yes, your policies don't have a lot of effect on a lot of the most salient and important price increases at play, and urging Congress and the White House to really get their hands on top of this. I think there's been a delegation to a fault from the administration to say, inflation's the Fed's problem. We'll do some things at the margin here and there, but we're not actually going to try and wrap our heads around, like, how do we make sure investment is actually moving in the directions we want it to, and how do we actually solve these sort of supply side problems? Or even if you want to solve demand, try to solve demand. Like, if you want to actually try to manage demand in certain areas, try to do it in ways that don't hurt supply. Like, that's actually something that, like, first do no harm. So I think it's a little bit of an impossible task that's kind of being placed on the Fed's hands. I'm not sure the Fed hiking by 75 basis points haphazardly is leading to more confidence. So I think that aspect of things, the Fed is really open for criticism, because they're actually breeding a lot more uncertainty and risk aversion within the private sector, for households and businesses alike.
Yeah, well said. Everybody go check out Skanda's piece, Twitter feed, all of that. Great guy, very smart, and obviously on the cutting edge. So we really appreciate you joining us. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Skanda.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. As a reminder, premium subs, the tickets are on sale. Atlanta, center stage. We're coming as just for our own interest and yours. If you want to be able to see us, we have to prove that we can sell tickets in Atlanta before we can book venues elsewhere across the country. So don't worry, we are also coming to your city. But if you can help us out, if you're in the Atlanta area and all of that, you go ahead and buy tickets. We would deeply appreciate it. Premium subs get 1 week of pre-sale. Then the tickets will go on sale to the general public. As I said, lifetime members, go ahead and buy the tickets just so you have guaranteed ones through the app and all of that. Send us an email with your receipt. We'll refund the total amount, as that's what we promise you. We love you all so much. So thank you to everybody. If you want to be a premium sub, in order to sign up so you can buy tickets and get access to future pre-sales and all of that, in addition to helping support our work, we would deeply appreciate it. There's a link down there in the description, breakingpoints.com, all of that. Deeply appreciate all of you, and we will see you all next week. Great partner content for you all over the weekend.
Indeed. Have a great weekend, y'all, and we'll see you back here next week. Cable news is ripping us apart, dividing the country, making it impossible to function as a society, and making it impossible to know just what is true and what is false. But the good news is they are failing and they know it.
That is why we're building something new, a new mainstream, a healthier one, something more trustworthy, something that we are going to need in one of the most pivotal times in American history. We are building up here for the midterms, for the upcoming presidential election, but we need your help. So if you can help us out by becoming a premium member today at breakingpoints.com, we're trying to change America for the better and the entire world.
So what are you waiting for, guys? Go to breakingpoints.com and sign up and help us build a new mainstream.